My aunt got pregnant with my child when I was 16, and my mom had no idea. 8 years later, she found out and is kicking me out. So, I, 24M, have had my life flipped around. My mom was 10, and her sister, who I'll now call my aunt, was 14 when they immigrated from Taiwan. My mom got into a lot of trouble, and she and my dad were both 14 when she got pregnant. My grandparents didn't let her get rid of me, so I ended up being born. I was close to my mom until I was about 8, and then she just started partying, hanging out with friends, and arguing with my grandparents all the time. There were a few times when she just took me after an argument and kept me away for a month, or had my dad keep me. It continued like that until I was 13, and my grandparents passed away. My aunt's engagement collapsed, and she moved in to help my mom. That's when my aunt started grooming me, and it messed me up. My grades dropped, I started screaming at mom, and blaming how she used to act for my actions. I got into fights at school, and I was so afraid of my aunt to the point where I'd start cuddling with my mom all night just to stay away from her. When I was 16, my aunt got pregnant, and she moved away with a friend like a week later. She came over once after the baby, David, was born, and when my mom went out for a little bit, she made me hold him and took a photo of us, saying I should hold my son while I can. Then she moved with David to Taiwan and started living with a cousin. I have tried to forget everything she did to me. I graduated with honors and got a wonderful job. I have tried to make my mom proud. I just got her a car. She calls my fiancée the daughter she never had. My fiancée is the only one I've ever opened up to because I had to let her know. Apparently, last Monday, my aunt had one too many drinks and told a cousin everything she did to me and about me being David's father. She got kicked out right away, and my mom was told everything by the cousin. My mom had a breakdown and asked me if she was really so horrible that I couldn't tell her this happened to me. She yelled that she would have been able to help, but because I didn't know, her grandson is stuck with a monster. She kicked me out, saying I must have never forgiven her for how she used to act. I've talked to my fiancée about it, and she said my mom just needs time and can't fathom the idea that she has a grandson she can't help. Was I wrong to never tell her? Update 1. It has been a rough month and a bit since I last posted. The day after my post, my mom called me back home and said we needed to talk. When I came back and sat down on the couch to talk, she just started crying, so I started crying too. She calmed down first, but I kept crying, and it's embarrassing to write, but I fell asleep. My mom woke me up, and we had to talk about things. I told my mom how, because of how provocative my aunt was and how other kids would tease me whenever they'd see her, I was so confused when things were happening, and I was trying to push it all down and away. She even brought up how she should have known something was wrong, because no kid at that age should cuddle with their mom all through the night, but she was too wrapped up in trying to have fun to notice. And then, I don't know, I tried to tell her how much I've worked to make her proud. She told me that she's always been proud and I'm proof that she didn't end up being a waste of space like her parents always called her. I'm her entire life. And then she admitted that she called my aunt the night before. She told me that even though she wanted to be sly with things to find out about David, my aunt knew why she was calling. It turns out after my cousin kicked her out, my aunt moved into a hotel room because she couldn't afford an apartment. My mom offered to pay for that apartment on the condition that she sends David to her, and my aunt agreed. My mom told me that she wishes she could send my aunt to jail so she could suffer, but she won't fail her grandson like she failed me, so she had to bring him. He came a week after, and my aunt did not come with him. She sent him on the plane with a relative who didn't know what was up and left the day after to visit other people. He was really quiet and confused, and my mom took him around everywhere, trying to get full custody of him right away. I don't know anything about this legal stuff, or how he was even allowed to come with a guardian, but my mom has told me not to worry about it and that she's handling it. He did refer to my mom as his aunt when he came, but as soon as our relative left, she made him start calling her grandma. As weird as it's been, he's also been calling me dad. He seemed uncomfortable with it at first, but he's kind of gotten used to it. My mom has loved being a grandma, and David is already really attached to her. I know it's only been a little bit since he came, but it reminds me of myself at that age with how I used to cling to her. She has introduced him to all her close friends. Whenever they ask about his mom, she just says that she's in Taiwan and sent him over for a better life with us since I'm getting married. Yesterday, my mom talked with me and pointed out some strange stuff with David that she's noticed, and expressed her belief that my aunt was starting to do to him what she had done to me. I don't really know what to do with that info. My fiancé has told me I just need to keep handling it like I'm doing and stay confident. I'm doing my best, but with how things have been, I don't know if it's good enough. That said, I do feel like I'm mentally better knowing my fiancé is good with my mom taking in David, and my mom and I clearing things up about what my aunt did. Update 2. I don't really think I'm going to keep doing these. Maybe I'll do one way into the future if I feel like it, but I felt I needed to give another update because I got a lot of messages about my aunt, and I felt I needed to get some things off my chest. I do wish things were different, and I wasn't in this situation, but I am in it, and I have to see the good because the bad can be too much. I know some people would love it if I made this update about going on Facebook or Twitter and blasting my aunt on it, and the police in Taiwan locking her away for life, but it's not. It's hard to write or talk about her outside of something which I know is private like this. And if I had to think, that's because I still feel guilty and conflicted and almost wonder if I deserved it or if I wanted it, even though I know that's not true. I hope that she lives a terrible life, but what's best for me is staying separate from her forever, and I won't be doing anything to associate with her again. A lot of people had an issue with my mom forcing David to call me dad or father while taking the title of grandma. And I won't lie, it is weird and uncomfortable, especially because I don't feel like a father, and I don't even know what that means. But it's not making me feel sad or mad or anything, just a little offbeat. and I don't think it's anything to be angry over. As for the rest of it, my mom officially has custody of David. I don't know how the process went, I don't know how it happened so fast, or if it was even fast. I do know she did get sent documents from my aunt's lawyer in Taiwan, but she's kept me uninvolved to avoid stressing me. The thing is that one day, David said something about his mom needing him to make babies. My mom honestly cried harder than she ever has that night, and when I went to her, she just kept crying, hugging me, and saying she's sorry. I do hope that David will snap out of it soon. He does like seeing the child psychologist my mom takes him to. She's gotten David into school, but because of his situation, they have meetings with a school district psychologist. She's got him a translator because his English isn't that good, and apparently the school's resource team is setting up something called an IEP. As for David himself, it's weird that he misses his mom, but he does. I understand missing Taiwan and being scared of a new place, but I don't know why he misses her, especially since she was doing that to him. He has become really attached to my mother, and she loves being a grandma. She joked to me one day that the best thing is that nobody at work flirts with her anymore because she's a grandma. I guess the line for some guys is that she's a grandma before she's 40. She takes him to the temple, the park, loves cooking traditional food for him, and always speaks in Mandarin with him. She even went out and bought a lot of parenting books and signed up for a class to make sure she can do it right even when it gets tough. Our interactions have been limited, and I think he's scared of me, but my mom has told me over and over again that it's alright, and I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. I did ask her why she's not forcing me to be more involved, and she just said she feels it'd be wrong to force me. Another thing that happened is that my father found out about David. My father's not really in my life, he has his own wife and kids, and he's focused on them. I'm an adult now, so I'm at peace with what our relationship is. Honestly, this was the first time in months I talked to him, and before that, it was last year when he updated his will because he decided he wanted me to be the one to inherit his car. Apparently, one of my mom's friends let him know about David, and he showed up unannounced with his kids, making them carry 2 crates full of toys while himself holding a new Xbox. Much more than he's ever got for me. He talked to my mom about everything while his kids played with David, and I won't lie, I felt jealous of them because it seems like being an uncle and aunt is easier than being whatever I am. But when my dad talked to me that day, we were alone in my room, and he cried too because he never wanted me to be a dad as early as him, and it was weird seeing him cry or be affectionate with me. My mom and dad did take David out to the park that day, and he honestly had so much fun with them. I saw them come home, and he was walking between them, my mom holding his left hand and my dad holding his right hand, and they seemed to be having so much fun. It was almost like that could have been us if the timing was right, and that did feel really sweet. My mom has let my dad take David to his house a few times as well, and he started calling my dad's wife Steppy, which is weird because she's more Chinese than my mom is. They still call me on FaceTime just to talk with him, and my dad has come a few times since then because they want to see their nephew. My mom is going to go with my dad's family on Halloween because they all want to take David out. The best thing for me, though, has been my fiancée. I guess I never really understood the term that she's my rock before this, but I get it now. My mom gets it too and has me call her whenever things start to get uncomfortable, and I get why she calls me when she's in a similar place. Her family has been amazing and understanding too. They've got a very sanitized version of what happened to me, just like my mom, but they've all been so great to me. It's weird because it's like I got the one fiancé whose family treats me well despite it. And I won't lie, her parents are very traditionally Chinese, and I was scared they wouldn't keep approving of me, but her grandfather gave me a hug. So, I am in a better place, and my fiancé is probably the biggest reason why. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk.